What should we as a society stop making people feel insecure about? Your choice of career. Another one, not having a dream career. Being wrong. It's okay to be wrong, just be open to learning. Instead of doubling down or getting angry. I was looking for this answer. People would be a lot smarter if we could all just admit when we don't know, or when we have been wrong about something. There is always room to grow, and it's more than okay to change your mind. You are not allowed to apologize for anything on social media ever. It just unleashes the hordes of self-righteous keyboard warriors. That's a sad state, because nobody is learning anything anymore, just doubling down on their stupidity. To the internet horde, you're either :1. Lying to get people off your back, which they notice immediately, even if you were sincere. Although lots of internet apologies are bullcrap. Or 2. Sincere and remorseful, but they still crap on you for what you already apologized for, especially if you apologized because of some dumb drama bullcrap. It's impossible to placate these people, I swear. Their jobs. If you clean/fix sewage pipes, then thanks for your service. Someone must have the balls to do it. And garbage people. Never knock the people who take out your trash. They're doing an important service. There are few people more responsible for the clean, relatively disease-free, safe, modern world we live in than sanitation workers. This includes janitors, street cleaners, garbage workers, and anyone who cleans up after the rest of us. I have as much respect for them as I do firefighters and EMTs. I'm a firefighter, and when someone thanks me, I always remind them that while I love my job and I'm happy to serve, society falls apart faster without the trash man than without the fireman. Pretty sure the ones in NYC could cripple the whole city by going on strike if they felt like it. Doing garbage work is backbreaking work, man, and has a very high fatality rate. It ain't easy. Major respect, I could never do it. My neighbor used to be a garbage man. His union benefits were so good he worked 3 days a week, and went to Disneyland 1 year and a Disney cruise the next, on rotation for years. I just commented above regarding the union history behind sanitation workers. Before the union, it was horrid. Thank you. The whole blue-collar and white-collar thing has always pissed me off. Trade schools are awesome and doing a trade is awesome. You may look around and see two groups here. White collar, blue collar. But I don't see it that way. And you know why not? Because I am colorblind. Why can't I use the baler? I've seen Pudge use it. Exactly. I worked for Target for 6 years and got plenty of crap about it by friends and even complete strangers. I've had people disagree with stuff I've said on FB, then say something like, "What do you know? You work at Target." It's completely dehumanizing. Especially retail workers, man. Not enough pay for the daily bullcrap and crap treatment from management. Also, people who do plumbing/other essential trade jobs like that have no shame in their jobs. They also make great money and didn't have to spend $30,000 with interest to a college in order to make that money. They can, but it's not always a guarantee. It can also take a big toll on your body. My dad was a plumber. He had a lot of health issues because of the very physical nature of his job and had to take retirement a few years earlier than he wanted to because of all the body issues he was having. And he also pushed me to not go into that line of work because of his experiences with it. There's nothing wrong with being a plumber, but be aware that the grunt work is a young man's game. Have an exit strategy. Either move up or plan to move out. Edit. Thanks for all the responses. If there's one thread that seems to be running through them and that I can try to hammer home, it's this: you only get one body. Take care of it. Trades can be great work, and they're definitely essential and underappreciated. I have a lot of respect for those who work them. But don't destroy yourself for your job. I went into a trade after getting my bachelor's. I should have done this years ago. The pay is great and the health benefits are even better. I'm thinking about leaving my grad program for it. So over academia. I just want to go to work, come home and not care. Amen. Making any kind of mistake. Social media has created an illusion that everyone has to be perfect. Honestly, we should praise mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, you aren't pushing yourself, which is the only real mistake. We have a no-blame culture at work. It's more important to get stuff working again than it is to know whose fault it was. Yes, we work out what happened, but only so we know how to avoid similar issues in the future. It's very refreshing. Sure is. I came from a make a mistake you're fired IT/cybersecurity culture. I was always so hesitant to try new things in the programs/scripts I'd write. I never really tried anything. Left there for a similar no-blame culture, I have learned how to create, break and fix so much since I left. Aging and the unavoidable physical changes that come with it. What Clint Eastwood looks like now will shock you. Then show picture of him at 25 and 1 from now. WTF, he is 90 years old. That headline gets way more clicks than, breaking news, old man looks old. I agree wholeheartedly, so long as we're talking about things like wrinkles, thinning hair, sagging whatever, etc. I'm a 35F and these things are starting to happen on a small level and I vacillate between being totally cool with it and freaking out and feeling crappy about myself. I hate the fact these normal things everyone experiences make me feel so insecure. But then I reflect on the fact that many of the actors, vocalists and other performers I admire have barely aged in many, many years. It would be nice to have more of those types of humans embody true graceful aging, rather than fight so hard to preserve the looks of their youth lest they be deemed less valuable due to their wrinkles, etc. It's such a bummer. There are so many examples of male actors aging naturally, with seemingly no negative effects on how desirable/valuable they are perceived to be as a human. I wish we lady folk could see the same on the same level. This is so well said. On one hand, I know how grateful I should be to be alive and healthy and able to experience aging. On the other hand, seeing gray hairs and fine lines when I look in the mirror is very disheartening. It's weird when it comes alongside random aches and pains that can't be explained, some of which never seem to go away completely like they used to. Understanding that we're literally falling apart on the level of our DNA makes it all so unromantic. Laughing out loud, it feels better when you look at your childhood chums and they're going through it too. You can laugh at the absurdity of life and death together. But when you're mostly alone, surrounded by younger folks, or watching never-aging stars on the TV, it just feels like there's something wrong with you and only you. I wish we women would all band together and make it easier for ourselves, take back our value and power as mothers, wise women and elders. I tell myself all the time my value is so much more than my pretty face or perky boobs. But it's hard to keep that mantra up when all of society seems to be telling me otherwise. This reminded me of something an old boss of mine told me. He said his wife was always complaining that she felt and looked so old and he didn't feel that way about himself or her. Neither could figure out why the other felt that way until it finally clicked. He was VP of a nursing home and she was a college professor. Who you surround yourself with affects how you feel about yourself and how you feel about how well you're aging. The people you're referring to who look like they've barely aged have money. They have people prepare their food, care for their homes, and maintain their bodies with private health care, so they're ahead of the curve already. Then they can treat their skin, their teeth, their hair, shape their fat and faces, over and over out of pocket, because they pursue youth. Pictures of Elon Musk before and after he came into most of his wealth make him look like he's lost 10+ years. Aging is an inevitable process for all of us. All of us will age differently, even without accounting for money, but all of us will age. I genuinely despise that older people are treated as lesser, especially women. You hit menopause and you may as well instantly cease to exist. There is no reason to treat older people as lesser for being in a process the younger are still reaching. All our stories are the same. Our position in time as an absolute is meaningless. We all think less of ourselves as we age, but beauty is timeless no matter how weathered. Tourists still flock to Athens. Your job. Too many people are elitist about someone's occupation and look down on essential workers. Or look down on boring jobs. I have a stable, relatively well-paying job as an accountant and I have had several comments from friends and family making fun of me or making snide comments about how boring my job/life is, like I've totally sold out because I'm not a teacher or an artist. I think because it's such a safe career choice they feel like they're not punching down, but it just makes me feel really lame and embarrassed. Boring jobs pay bills. They would still complain if you didn't choose a boring job too. Trust me, I'm an artist, smiley face. What? You'll never make a living doing that. Everyone. Boring jobs pay bills. Work to live, not live to work. Go get that stable cash, my friend, and then enjoy your off time. It's frightening how many people define themselves by their work, and wouldn't have an identity without it. We're human beings, not workhorses. We're unique individuals who have interests and hobbies that can separate us from the rabble, and yet so many don't even step outside their box to see what makes them have fun. I like to ask people, what do you do when you're not at a place of work? Usually, it's a lot more interesting. Nobody dreams of being a floor manager at Kmart, but I worked with a Kmart floor manager who was passionate about clowning. Every weekend, he would dress up, drive to the children's hospital 2 hours away and perform for the kids there. He'd been doing it for over 20 years by the time I met him. Your job is how you pay the bills. It's a transaction where you trade the time you've been given in exchange for some capital to do the things you want. Being a garbage man is so taboo and shameful. Karen, yes, the guy whose job is necessary for our entire society to function the way isn't glamorous, but it's incredibly important. How horrible to have a blue-collar unionized public sector job with benefits? My friend's dad was a garbage man. I thought it was the coolest job. Oh, to ride on the back of that truck, keep all the stuff people threw away. It was my dream job as a kid. My mom is 59 years old and that's still her dream job, and for exactly the reason you listed. She's had several careers and always been in management on some level until this current job. Couple rounds of cancer later and some crappy arthritis setting in, and I'll bet if waste management called her right now, she'd jump on the back of that truck in a heartbeat. Mental health struggles. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking time to figure out what process works for you, despite why people around you might want to tell you. Had to scroll down a lot to find this, and I wish it was higher up. Mental health, mental illness is a real issue for a lot of people, and society in general has a hard time understanding them and are quick to judge, making the ones who struggle with it feel insecure about asking for help and getting treatment. Shame this stigma still exists in 2021. Having acne, it doesn't mean you're dirty or don't wash your face. It's simply a skin condition some people get and some people don't. Oh, what's that? You have hormones? Oh, what's that? You're stressed out? Oh, what's that? You just naturally effing produce more sebum and can't do crap about it without spending a ton of money? F you. At age 29, I saw a dermatologist for the first time to see if I had skin cancer. When I was there, she asked if I wanted to do something about my acne. I've had acne my entire life and now my face is clear and I get compliments on my pores all the time, and it has been life-changing. All it took was having money to visit dermatologist, $50 copay, really $130 if I wasn't insured, plus time off from work. Face wash from Derm, $26. Prescribed face lotion, $38. Axone, $200 with insurance. It costs $800 without insurance. Seriously, $800. Tretinoin, $10 with insurance. Prescribed lotion, $18 with insurance. Sunscreen from Derm, $45. I did have skin cancer on my face, so I invest in sun protection. Having extra money to spend is a complete effing game changer in life. I have been made fun of for my acne for so long that I feel for anyone who can't afford to see a professional. I never realized that the solution to my acne would be having money to fix it. It is so expensive, it is so disappointing to say. Edit, and I forgot to add DML lotion for $18. Just so you know, Dapsone is the generic form of Axone and is $20 to $30 with a coupon from Goodrx.com. Might be worth talking to your dermatologist. I'm a medical assistant who works in a derm practice. Have dermatillomania. It's debilitating. Medication helps and I'm really good at hiding it with makeup, but it takes me an hour to go anywhere because I have to cover it. I can't just throw on a hat and run to the grocery. It's a whole thing. And the number of effing people who tell me just stop eating dairy is unbelievable. I had acne in my mid-20s. Had to have a hysterectomy. I could no longer have babies, but boy did I ever get perfect skin out of the deal. It's funny how almost everyone has struggled with acne, but we still insist on shaming each other for it. Excitement. Let people be excited about crap. Let them like things you don't. Let people express powerful positive emotions. And cry. And get deep into how to show anger respectfully. The worst feeling is being super excited about something and then getting put down for it. Makes me want to burst into tears when it happens, and it makes me want to do it when I see it happen to others too. That type of embarrassment is hard to handle and recover from. Reason why I stopped sharing happy news with my dad is because he's such a killjoy when I do things which he doesn't believe in. My photos got published in a magazine and I won an award? No, I shouldn't waste my time. That's it, that's the last thing I shared. I also stopped sharing my plans in life. I only answer if he asks, and only after I had done it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.